I'm here riding with my dad, and we are working ground, and I'm gonna be asking questions about this. So, why do we go at an angle?
What are we doing first? You need to tell them what we're doing. What are we doing?
What are we doing?
You don't know what we're doing? We've been riding in here this whole time. Well, we are running what's called a chisel plow. We don't run a big moldboard plow. We just run a chisel plow. It's got sweeps back there. This is a disc chisel. So it discs up the ground before the chisel goes in the ground. And it digs up the dirt real deep. We're going pretty deep right now. And basically what we're doing is trying to stir the dirt deep and let the frost get it after a while, so that it'll sit like this, and then in the spring we'll come back and we'll put fertilizer on top, and then we'll work it in, make it a nice smooth field.
How deep do you think we're going right now?
We are probably going 14 inches deep, 14 to 16. This thing's got if you look back there, you can see the springs. Those springs, when it hits a rock or hits a hard spot, sometimes it's called spring trip. So it'll kick the spring, and then it'll go back down to where it's supposed to be. So we're going pretty deep. That's why we're running a 275 Magnum Case IH tractor, so tractor. Front wheel assist, and we're using an Ag Leader 1200 for our lines today, with a little overlap shows, but basically, yeah, we're just digging down deep, trying to stir the dirt, let the frost get it, and then we'll come back in the spring here and make it a nice field to work in, and it should be pretty nice. This is a nice bottom down here.
So what do you do after it's done with the frost and stuff?
Well, we'll put fertilizer down, and it'll fall into all these little ditches. You see that? Fall in there. It's called incorporation. We're incorporating it into the dirt. Oh, rough. See, we're going to take all the rough patches out of here. We normally are what we call strip till, and after a while you can see, show them the dirt there where we're not tilling, you can see where we've been with the strip till. It kind of makes like ditches or rows. So this helps kind of clean that up. We'll still continue to strip till, where we just strip and till where we plant. But this was a good year for us to really smooth the field up. This field floods sometimes in the spring, and this helps, we smooth it up. That way we can actually farm it. We're a big fan of no-till, strip till, but sometimes it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
Show them what we're doing here.
I'm gonna get out and see what it looks like from the outside.
You wanna get out?
Yeah, I should probably. Yeah.
Okay, hop out.
It's gonna be pretty loud, so these are the springs back here that he was talking about. Right there. Saying it goes like 14 inches down. And and see how we're like going at an angle? Yeah. It's pretty good. Looking nice. It'll be nice in the spring. Nice in the spring. So I'm gonna get out and see what it looks like from the outside.
You wanna get out?
Yeah, I should probably. Yeah.
Okay, hop out.
And and see how we're like going at an angle? Yeah, it's pretty good. Looking nice. It'll be nice in the spring. Nice in the spring. Okay, so now I'm back in the tractor and we're still going at it. So if I were to go out there onto that drive strip that we did before and I were to pick up a big piece, would it crumple?
Yeah, it should break up because that, you know, we had a big cold spell here just this last couple weeks. So that dirt should have had the frost get in it. All the moisture that's in it should break those clods up where they're pretty loose, see? So if you were to get out there and grab them with your hand, I'll bet you they'd just come apart really nicely where they're dry.
Yeah. So do you think this frost would come faster than you think?
Normally we don't get frost this early. We would have had all this done, but we had to stop, and then it frosted pretty deep, so you can't really run when the frost is going. It's just too hard on the equipment. So we let the frost come back out, and usually we'll get another one in February or March or somewhere in there where it gets pretty cold, and then we'll let it kind of do the same thing to this here. You can tell where we've been and where we haven't been.
So then after all that frost, we'll come back and we'll put fertilizer on it.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back and we'll disc it and flatten it out and make it
smooth
really
it
nice.
back up so that we can strip till it for years to come.
That'll be nice. That'll take a lot of work off. And how long do you say we have to do this? How every so often do you think we have to
once
do
every
this?
7 or 8 years, probably.
7 or 8 years. So you got a pretty good time span.
Yeah. We really don't like doing it because it destroys all the soil structure underneath, and it kind of makes things, I don't know, loosens them up to where it hasn't been that way before. But we have to do that because we've ran equipment across this for a long time, and we got a limb here, and we've been running equipment across it, and you get what's called compaction, and that ground gets really tight. And we want to loosen that up so that it'll let the roots go down deep. So we got to dig it up, and like I say, we don't do it very often. We do normally what we call it strip till, and we can show you that later on. But the strip till machine basically just tills where the row is, and then it also throws the fertilizer down deep below where the corn plant is. And so we like to use that normally for our tillage, but you know, using that over and over and then running equipment across the same ground in the same rows, you know, we got to go back and smooth it up. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, so how does that soil compaction or whatever help the plants grow?
Soil compaction hurts it.
Oh, it hurts it.
Yeah, because it's so tight that it can't. That's what we call compaction.
Okay. So I got it mixed up there.
Yeah. So when we loosen it up, it lets the roots go down and be able to access the nutrients in the water below. Otherwise, it would just hit what's called a hard pan, and that's basically where it gets so compacted that it can't get down below that. And it naturally does that anyway. So what we're doing is breaking up the hard pan down so that those roots can go. Usually a corn plant can go as deep as it is tall, so as far as its root structure. So we want to give it every opportunity to get down deep.
So like if I were to go and pull a huge corn stalk out of the plant,
You get all of its roots.
It'd be like double the size of it.
Yeah, and these trees are the same way. If you look here, you know, it doesn't really grow real well from where the trees are, because the tree's roots go out as far as that tree is tall.
That's
They
crazy.
they suck a lot of moisture out of a cornfield. So, you know, in Missouri, we like to keep the trees for the wildlife, but you know, in a drought, they really wreak havoc on our yields because they take a lot of the moisture from our crops. But it's a give and take deal.
So it's like 1 year it's a benefit, next year it could be like nothing.
Yeah, 1 year. I mean, it's pretty to see the trees and the tree lines, but you know, they definitely do take the water. You can tell that when you harvest. A lot of times we don't make anything on the edges. A lot of times the crops, like in this area right here, are never make anything. In fact, you can see, you know, a lot of times we'll just leave those outside rows for the deer because they're not going to make anything anyway. And that's biblical to leave some for the cleaners. You know? It says that in the Bible. Did you know that?
Yeah, like that's how Ruth and that one other dude met.
That's right. That's right. So that's what we're doing. We're tilling this up, and right now we're actually knocking some of those roots back from these trees. You look back there, you might be able to see some of the roots pop up.
No, I don't think we can see any from here.
Sometimes they'll hit a big root and pull it up.
Oh wow. So maybe I should get out and I should go over and show them the crumpled dust thingy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where we started today versus what we did the other day.
Yeah, okay. I'll do that.
Okay.
And I'll go out there. Let's go. Okay guys, so I'm out here and I made it to this line divide. So you can get right over it. It's this row. So you can tell that this side over here is lighter than this side. We did this stuff today and see how it's really rock and clumpy stuff. Now if we go over to the stuff we did a couple days ago, it'll just crumple in my hand. Now that won't do it over here. And it still does it. Jeez. Wow. Man, there's a huge difference there. Anyway, that hard pan or hard plate or whatever, that needs to be broken up like he said. And that's exactly what we're doing right now. And it's crazy because, I mean, you look, you don't see much. You just think it's like, oh yeah, it's not that deep. But I mean, 14, 16 inches deep, that's pretty deep. It's crazy, and it's so much fun to be out here being able to do this with my dad. It's the best thing. So, that's a lot of it. We have a few more passes to go. So, he was talking about that strip till line. Gotta get out of his way here. He's talking about that strip till line from all those years ago, from when he did it. So I'm gonna show you those divots. Okay. There we go. Okay, we're good. So those divots right here, you can tell dips down. Like here, let me get to a better one. Perfect. So like right here, goes up, then it dips down. Dips down. So this is that old strip till that we need to break up. So this is a better angle. So you see how this is how we usually go? And we're coming in along at an angle. Yeah. I'd say with about, we have a few more passes. So yeah, it looks pretty good. Well, that's all for today on American Farmer. Be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.